Hello everyone, this is Kian. I am currently at Santiago de Chile airport. I am in Chile for a 2-week holiday. I will be visiting multiple places of the country. Therefore, I'm taking a few LATAM flights to go between places. For all of those domestic flights, I booked Premium Economy. In this video, I'm going to share my personal experience flying LATAM's Premium Economy on their domestic flights. For the first flight, I'm flying from Santiago de Chile to Bomacheda. Premium Economy has a special check-in area in the domestic terminal of Santiago Airport. It was a very smooth experience. No one was queuing at all. I guess it's like 5 a.m. in the morning.
Mantener el pasillo despejado. Comerciante y ubicar sus carteras, bolsas y mochilas debajo del asiento delantero, incluyendo botellas con líquidos para así evitar posibles derrames. Por favor, utilice los compartimentos superiores exclusivamente para maletas con ruedas y equipaje.
Before departure, a bottled water was distributed to all the Premium Economy passengers. After taking off on this morning flight, the snacks were distributed. There's a choice between these vegetable chips and the cookies, as well as a sandwich for everyone. I asked for a cup of black coffee as well. Let me try the sandwich and see how it is. Yeah, it looks good. So it's basically a cheese and ham sandwich. So I guess it's not vegetarian friendly. There's no choice of the fillings for the sandwich. This is just the only choice. It's really good. The bread itself tastes like McDonald's hamburgers bread, and it's warm as well, very soft. Very tasty. Wi-Fi is available on this flight. Free messaging is free for LATAM Pass members. Free internet browsing for higher tier members of LATAM Pass. They have in-flight entertainment as well. So after about 2 hours, a very smooth and very pleasant flight, we have been diverted to Puerto Montt because of the frozen fog this morning at Bomacheda.
Ladies and gentlemen of the captain, to inform you that the last weather report of Balmaceda was as bad as the ones before, so we'll have to wait till 11 a.m. local time to decide what we will do, if we start our flight at that moment or we wait 1 more hour. We need to stay on the aircraft for the moment because there's not passenger information on the system to get you disembarked and embarked again. So we ask you for your patience, please. If you need anything, water or any other requirements, please let us know. Thank you for your understanding, and we'll keep you informed.
After flying around for the entire morning, I'm finally at Bomacheda Airport. It's really cold. The second LATAM flight I'm taking is from Bomacheda to Puerto Montt. The airport is right behind me. LATAM has a special Premium Economy check-in counter in Bomacheda Airport as well. It is a really small airport, however. I am on board my second flight. This is a A320. This aircraft doesn't have a charger at the seat, and the setup is a bit hit and miss on LATAM because between Oscar and I, there's a table set up, but not next to my friend's seat. Before departure, a bottled water was distributed. The third LATAM flight I'm taking is from Puerto Montt to Punta Arenas. This flight actually originated from Santiago de Chile, which has a stopover at Puerto Montt, and then it will continue flying to Punta Arenas. As usual, the check-in area has a dedicated premium lane. I forgot to mention that all of the premium economy passengers' checked bags would have a priority tag, and at each of the baggage reclaim, our bags came on the carousel very early compared to the other passengers' bags. The boarding gate is well organized as usual. There are separate lanes for different boarding groups. As usual, before takeoff, a bottled water was handed out to each passenger in premium economy. Shortly after takeoff, the snacks have been served. There is a sandwich and a classic chips. For the sandwich, the choice between chicken and zucchini, which is correct. And for the snack, it's the choice between vegetable mix and a cookie. The chicken sandwich is here. The sandwich is quite tasty. It's different to the breakfast sandwich in my first flight from Santiago to Bomacheda. The fourth LATAM flight I'm taking is from Punta Arenas back to Santiago de Chile. As usual, at Punta Arenas airport, there's a designated premium check-in. Our bag tag has a very retro logo, LAN, an almost 10-year ago logo for LATAM before the acquisition. Very chaotic at this airport, everyone just pushing past. After about 30 minutes delay, I'm finally on board. It is very interesting. LATAM doesn't seem to have the same fitting for all of the aircrafts. So I think what I noticed is from the bulkhead, the decoration was basically different for the entire 4 flights I took. Over 1 hour after takeoff, the bottled water has finally been handed out. This is different to the previous 3 flights I took because the cabin crews were distributing the water before departure. I think it might be due to the late boarding of this flight and the delay in general. Around 1.5 hours after departure, the service is exactly the same as my flight from Puerto Montt to Punta Arenas. We have a choice between a chicken sandwich and a vegetable sandwich, and a choice between a vegetable crisps and a cookie. And this time I asked for beer because I'm not driving at Santiago, and I've also asked for a cup of sparkling water. I'm finally able to have some alcoholic drink on board LATAM. For the previous 3 flights, after the flight, I had to drive straight away, so I was able to choose the beer. And this time I'm able to drink a kind of Heineken. So far, personally, I think this flight is the worst amongst all of the flights I took because the service started really late for no reason. The flight was delayed, the boarding was a chaos. So the bad experience continues on this flight. The priority bags and the non-priority bags are mixed. My friend Isang has got her bag, but Oscar and I are still waiting for our bags, even though they are tagged priority. The 5th flight I'm taking in premium economy on LATAM is from Santiago to Calamar in the north. As usual, premium check-in area is available in Santiago Airport's domestic terminal.
Hola, buenos días, con su permiso, Oscar.
outside of the window is quite dirty. This is not the first time I noticed this. It happened on one of the previous LATAM flights I took as well. On this early morning flight, there's a choice between two sandwiches, the meat one and then the vegetarian one. Another snack is the choice between the cookies or crisps. The bottled water was distributed after taking off alongside with the other service items. I also asked for a cup of black coffee. This is the vegetarian sandwich. Inside it is a plant-based meat patty and some cheese and tomato. This is the chicken sandwich. There's a slice of chicken, cheese, and some vegetable, like red onions over here. It's tasty as usual. I think the bread is more like a ciabatta type of bread. Very nice. My sixth flight and also the last flight by LATAM in Premium Economy is from Calama back to Santiago. In Calama, Premium check-in lane is available as usual. The check-in agents are friendly and very efficient as usual. Based on my 6-time check-in experience at Premium counters of LATAM, 5 out of the 6 times were very smooth. Most of the agents were very friendly and efficient. The only time I encountered problem was at Santiago. When I flew from Santiago to Calama, there was 2 separate premium check-in lanes because one lane was for premium economy passengers and business passengers as well as LATAM's higher tier members. The other one is for LATAM's lower tier members as well as credit card holders. Supposedly the premium economy and business class check-in lane should have priority over the other one. The passengers in the other lane got very impatient because some of the check-in counters were dealing with dog check-ins, so it took a long time. When I approached the counter, a passenger in the other lane ran over, basically trying to compete with me. But thankfully, the agent at the counter told him politely that he had to wait because premium economy passengers had priority. However, that agent did not input my frequent flyer number in the system correctly. When I questioned it after seeing no frequent flyer numbers on the boarding passes, she assured me that they were added incorrectly and they were in the system. I checked the app as well, they were not. So I went to another check-in counter in the normal check-in area. The agent there was very quick to sort it out. That's the only hiccup among the 6-time check-in experience. Boarding by group has always been enforced. Group 1 is always the priority boarding group. This is very consistent across all 6 flights. However, do note that people in this country are very eager. It's better to come to the boarding gate well before the boarding starts to avoid long queues of Group 1. The table is available at the middle seat, however, there are no charging ports on this aircraft. On this flight, before departure, a bottled water was distributed and the cabin crew introduced herself to all the premium passengers. I discovered a candy wrapper in my seat pocket. I think the general maintenance should be improved. Across the 6 flights I took on LATAM's A321 and A320 aircraft, I noticed a few inconsistencies. For example, some of the front panels have a window and some are literally just a panel. Among the 6 flights, 4 of them had charging ports and 2 don't. In premium cabin, on 2 occasions, a middle table was set up, and on the other 4 flights, there was nothing in the middle seats. Also, at one aircraft, the curtain between premium economy and economy wasn't used. However, Wi-Fi is consistently available on all flights. I do understand those inconsistencies are very minor, but from a passenger's perspective, I do hope for the consistency on the cabin configurations on all aircrafts. I also discovered a small feature of the tray table. There's an anti-slip panel, so I can leave my phone here if I want to watch something. Yeah, so this is once again an inconsistency across the aircraft. This is my first time discovering this. The service started for the sandwiches. Choice between a chicken sandwich and a vegetable sandwich, and snack is the vegetable mix chips as usual and the cookie, and I got a beer on this flight. This is Oscar's vegetarian sandwich. It has the plant-based meat product. It's very tasty. Let me try a bite. It is very much like the corn veggie patty. Very tasty. And let me try my chicken one. Okay, it's the same filling. It's on the flight from Santiago to Panama. I feel the meal service on our time is very consistent. On the longer short-haul flight, it is always a sandwich and a snack. And for both sandwich and snack, this is a choice. On the very short flights I took, it was only snack, but of course, that was like 30 minutes flight. And the cabin crews have always been very friendly, very efficient, and also attentive. The only inconsistency on the service is the distribution of the bottled water. On most flights, the bottled water was distributed before departure. I think on 2 occasions it was after departure. Once again, this inconsistency is very minor, but I do hope for the consistency across the service as well. The view is very nice outside, but unfortunately the room is very dirty on the outside of this aircraft, so it's quite blurry. After a very pleasant flight, I am now back to Santiago. This wraps up my 6th flight experience flying LATAM's premium economy. I think overall, most of the parts of the journey has been very smooth. It really enhances the travel experience domestically within Chile. It reduces so much stress. The service I received has mostly been very good. The price between the full economy and premium economy was only like £6, £10 for each flight when I booked it. In the future, I wouldn't hesitate choosing premium economy if I have to travel domestically in South America with LATAM. By the time we got to the baggage carousel, our bags have been delivered and it's tagged with the priority tag. The baggage has always been very consistent. They were delivered very quickly, no matter whether it's a very little airport or it's actually in Santiago. That's a very good plus for people who are in a rush. I really hope you enjoyed my video sharing my personal experience flying LATAM's premium economy domestically within Chile. Please like and comment below letting me know your LATAM experience, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.